Shalom. I'll start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Chakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone who well, and as always, peace and salutations to all the fellow laborers of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I was want to add unto this exhortation from the elder Manatazak, in which was a message to all the brothers that are currently in the labor. They got their hand on the plow. You have every now and then, this comes up because, it happens. There's brothers out there who might get a little slack. They not holding their weight, so to speak. The scriptures say, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We know brothers are catching hell, so you kind of press down. Certain brothers might be caught up and don't have as much time. But even with the time that you do have, you might want to make best use of that time. All right. We always quote Ephesians 5 and 15. Walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. What does it mean to redeem the time? It means to make best use, out of the opportunity that you have. Because we were all called into this thing. All right. So once we were called in, we had a task, we had a job or assignment, to do. And it's not over until, the Spirit of the Lord, you know, makes it known. Ultimately, you want to do this thing until, the Lord, returns. Okay. So, this Spirit hopped on me and this video inspired me to do a response lesson. And see, this is the reason why we have elders, we have bishops. When you read Hebrews, let's go to Hebrews 13 and 17 real quick. Let's go to Hebrews 13 and 17. And it says, obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. And that's what a bishop does. They're overseers over the flock. It says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks. And I'm pretty sure them being in this thing for a number of years that they've been in, they know how to watch, for certain guys. They know how to see if you're on your shit, if you're on your task. You know, they pretty much, have that spiritual eye to be able to gauge, what certain brothers are up to, their work status, and so on and so forth. You know, and every now and then they'll give the report. Brothers are slacking in this angle or in this area. Or brothers need to tighten up on this, and that's what those who have the rule over you. That's what they do. It says, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. All right. So take heed to the the exhortation. All right, and we can always apply it to ourselves. When I see these type of videos, I apply it to myself as well. Maybe I need to kick it up a notch myself, because hey, it's all about priority at the end of the day, man. You don't want to be a brother that prioritize the affairs of this life over this ministry, over the work, because that means that you care more about that than you care about Yahweh Shai. All right. The Lord said, let every man deny himself and follow me. If you prioritize, if you have more energy, you have more devotion for your job, your employer, or your wife, or your family, more than this ministry, this labor, then you can't be the Lord's disciple, man. Be real, you if you have more energy for that, then for this work, then you're not built for it, man. We have to examine ourselves as it is written, man. All right. It says, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except you be reprobates. All right, and also was that second Timothy? Let's go there. Second Timothy 2:15, it says, study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, and when you look up that word study, it actually means to be diligent. All right, the word is spoudazo in the Greek, and it says to hasten, make haste, to exhort oneself, endeavor, give diligence. So really, you got to be diligent to show yourself approved to the Most High. You're approved in His sight when you show your persistence towards His name and His Son's name. All right. It says a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Let's look up that word workman, because we all are laborers together, and we're edifying, building up what? The church. So we have a responsibility. Uh, Workman. The word is ergate, ergates, and it says a workman, a laborer, usually one who works for a hire, especially an agricultural worker, one who does a worker, a perpetrator. All right, and this word is compared in analogy to agricultural work. Plowmen are using the plow. That's an instrument, to break the ground when you want to, plant. Okay, that's an agricultural instrument. And what are we doing? We're cultivating, you know, minds, and we're spreading seeds. We're planting seeds, and we're watering with this truth, this word, and that's where the fruit springs in at. But guess what? You only gonna get in what you put in. Remember in that scene, life, you will only be able to eat what you can grow. See, so why not sow, abundantly instead of sparingly, like the scriptures say? Let's go to 2 Corinthians 9 real quick. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 9:6, it says, but this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Because what much that is given is much required, man. So we got to definitely put forth that effort, right? If certain brothers not holding their weight, then hey, that's where we, you know, examine ourselves. You might have to, change your priorities, man. All right, but we definitely don't get get entangled with the affairs of this life. There's really no excuse at the end of the day. Because when you make that plow, when you it's like when you put your hand to that plow, you put forth the effort to even make it to that point. And you was constantly showing up to the camps. You know, brother saw that you were being consistent. They allowed you in the camp because you really wanted to get into the camp so that you can labor, so you can work. You see, and once you got in, you showed pretty much that this is the job for you. So now you're required to complete the task. All right, and you wasn't hired to do a half-ass job. You was hired to finish the work. And remember, you also are entered into other men's labors. The elder apostles, they've been doing this way before we did, and they never stopped. They still on the steady, still consistent, still diligent. So how much more us that came in the last, you know, 10, 12, 13 years. All right. Let me go real quick to the Apocrypha because we definitely can't be slack. And I say we, so that includes myself as well. Sirach 4 and verse 29, it says, "Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss." And that's just adding on to what the elder said. You don't want to be slack, man. All right, pull your weight. See what more you can do. Okay. So let's go from there. Let's go to the 7th chapter real fast. Sirach 7 and verse 15, it says, "Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High ordained." All right, and this is that husbandry, man. 1 Corinthians, was it 3? Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 3, and I'll start at 8. It says, "Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with the Most High. You are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building." All right. So that means that all of us that are involved, we're all responsible. All right. So, it may take for you to, do some more praying, send some prayers up, or get around brothers more that are, amped up in the spirit. Certain brothers actually spark other brothers and light that fire on them. And before you know it, man, them brothers is, back on fire. But you don't want to be a lukewarm brother, man. The lukewarm brothers are the brothers that's always, they never really around like that. They just, they're just around, just for the sake of being, but they really don't want to be involved like that. Barely want to, they want to do the bare minimum. But the brothers that's on fire, man, they're constantly involved, you know, around other brothers, sparking other brothers' spirits. All right. And even when it comes to, your lively duties. All right. If you lukewarm, you might fold under pressure at your job, your faith ain't up to par, and you think that this is your only way, to stay afloat, this job that you got. You don't trust that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has your best interest, and that he'll give you something else. If your current job, is giving you hell or giving you ultimatums, you go and get that damn juice when uh when you know that the Lord will look out for you if you trust him. Then your faith is weak, you know. And the Lord, he'll turn you from hot to cold in a second. He'll spew you right out of his mouth, take away that spirit from you, and have that evil spirit of unbelief upon you. So, we gotta definitely take caution when you in this thing as well, and not getting too complacent and comfortable. So, this is just a quick little response to this, man. I just want to respond because as I was listening, I was like, damn, This is why we have elders, man. They watch for our souls. And then us, camp heads, our responsibility, we got to look over the brothers in the camp, make sure that they doing what they supposed to do. All right. And yeah, sometimes you ain't gonna like, when the brothers gotta, you know, come down on you or tell you the truth. You just take heed to it and you make the changes. It's like, hey, iron sharpeneth iron, man. We have to look out for one another, man. We each other's, we're our brother's keeper, man. You love the brotherhood, you gonna look out, you know, for your brother. So yeah, man. I agree with the elder. Brothers, that's not holding a weight, man. Hey, get on it. All right. If the spirit ain't on you like that, then pray. All right, or get with brothers. So that's pretty much the lesson. I just want to go into that, and I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.